I'm Carrie Peters, a recognized thought leader in the Microsoft Dynamics community and a Microsoft MVP for business applications. Welcome to the Get Your New View podcast. Keep listening to learn how we work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers that they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system. In this next season of the Get Your New View podcast, I'd like you to meet even more members of our New View team who have brought examples of their favorite projects they've worked on with our customers to create efficiencies, utilize automation, and simply use even more of the features of their Business Central software. Welcome, everybody. Rob Del Prado joins us again, one of our senior consultants, and this time we're talking about CRM and relationship management. Rob, one of the things that I have often experienced with customers who come to us is they want to find out how they can integrate CRM with Business Central. And I know that you have a very specific response to that question. So if I were to ask you if you could help me with integrating CRM with Business Central, what would you say?
Well, my first question would be, have you looked at what's in BC as it is? Because you're going to be spending money on new licenses, you're going to be using a new software with your sales staff, and they're going to have to come back into BC from time to time to update what they need to do in Business Central. So that would be my first question. And then my next question would be, what extra functionality are you getting out of CRM that you can't get out of Business Central's relationship management? I love to tell the story that people fight all the time, sales and accounting, over who owns the customer. It's the standard, the accounting clerk who's collecting needs to know who the person is that she's talking to. She doesn't care who we sold to, because that guy is probably never going to help us pay any bills. We need to get to the bottom line of who's going to respond to our inquiries. So number one, we need to make sure they're using contacts. Are you even using contacts? So many times I go into a company and I'm like, wait a minute, you don't have any contacts in there. And they go, why do we need those? And then we start the story about who owns the customer.
Yeah.
But the other thing that people don't understand is that once you start using contacts, you have typically a contact that is your selling contact. You may have a contact that you're shipping to who's going to receive it. And then, of course, you've got that person who is going to pay the bills. And then you can also do this on the vendor side, too. You can put in who you're placing the order with and then who the bill has to go to. These are great little functionalities that give you an advantage over when you talk to either the customer or the vendor. You're actually talking to people, and they feel like you have a better relationship with them, hence relationship management. The other thing that I've seen people do is when they have relationship management working, and they have things like they need to send out a broadcast message. Maybe there's a thing like they've changed their mailing address, where to remit the addresses. You can set up in Business Central a segment and pull in all the customers that have open balances, and you're using the contact, you're using the receivable person's contact, and then you can put in a Word document or a PDF and do a blast email through this segment. And that also can create an interaction where you can track to see who you sent these documents to. There is so much cool functionality in there, and people overlook it. They're like, oh, it's an accounting system. I don't need that. I need a relationship management system, CRM. But they don't look at what's in there. So I encourage people, before you even ask that question, look at what you got.
Yep. Absolutely. I love how passionate you are about this topic, and that's why I invited you to talk about this in particular today, Rob. I think probably the most common response we get from people is there's relationship management in Business Central. So having an opportunity to talk with them about what kind of tasks the system that they already own can take care of them is a huge opportunity, and being able to save people money and be able to have their processes remain simple because they're in a single system is just a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It is. And people talk about the hooks. Oh, well, there's a hook that goes right into it. But so many times you have to modify it because you want more than just the standard, oh, I connect this contact to this customer. There are many other features that you lose. And again, if you're using the contacts in Business Central, that way you can actually pull sales history directly into those segments that I was talking about earlier. You can do special marketing, you can do follow-ups on warranties. It's really easy in Business Central.
Yep. Yeah, and you absolutely can choose to integrate with a more expensive, more feature-rich product like CRM directly. But why do that if all the functionality that you already need is in the software that you already have? So anything else to add related to the relationship management in Business Central that you'd like people to know?
I just encourage people to take another look at it before going out and trying to explore something else. And they can always send me an email saying, hey, does it do this? Because I can certainly give them some insights onto how to do Business Central and the relationship management functionality. I always encourage people to do that.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for being here today, Rob, to share what you know about Business Central and relationship management. I'm Carrie Peters. Thank you for tuning in to the Get Your New View podcast. For more episodes like this on YouTube, click the subscribe button and ring the bell to ensure that you get notified whenever new content comes out. If you're listening to the audio podcast, please share an honest review on Apple Podcasts. If you are ready to rethink today for tomorrow, look for the link below and contact us to speak with our expert team. You won't find the level of no-nonsense real-world experience we offer anywhere else, and we're here to put that experience to work for you. Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you suspect there just has to be a better way and you don't know what it is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at NewView Strategies work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system. Please contact us at getyournewview.com to get started.